Good day, Om Shanti. Welcome to this Power Boost meditation. My name's Judi, and what we're going to explore today is this idea of mercy for the self. And where this comes from is, as we look at the world around us, and yes, we can go on and on of how it seems to be increasingly chaotic, really, and uncertain, but more, what is the need of the time? What's needed in the world? And very often we'll say love, but it's a very, very deep form of love that's needed, not your garden variety form, but a very deep, mature form of love that can forgive and accept and is resilient and unconditional. And this really starts to move into the territory of mercy. Mercy just does not judge. And that's perhaps the biggest thing needed at this time. So I always feel it's lovely to experiment on the self, have the experience within the self, and then it will be much more natural and available with respect to others. So taking a moment just to experiment with mercy on the self. What does that feel like? So sitting comfortably, the body is supported. So if you need a back support, please have, but supported without any tension. So engaged, alert, but free of tension. And what can help is to take a breath or two. So taking that breath in, and then an even slower release of the air from the lungs. And start to slow things down. Already a merciful thing to do for the self. Another breath in. And again, that slow release of air from the lungs that can help to dissolve any hidden tension in the body. And then allowing the breath to continue naturally. And since my attention is now focused, I can shift it from the breath of the body to the activity of my inner world. That magical and powerful space behind the forehead where life really happens. This is where my experiences are shaped. This is the seed of my own actions, as well as how I experience the actions of others are all formed here in my inner world. That's how powerful it is. Sometimes our inner world can become almost a violent space, very harsh, rigid, critical, even punitive. And that will shape how I act and respond, and even how I receive. Can I shift the feeling of my inner world into a softer, more merciful space? Because this is really not just what my inner world needs, but what the outer world needs. What is this experience of mercy? Mercy is a very special experience of love. It liberates. whenever my inner world, my thoughts and attitudes feel very locked in a harsh, tense, unforgiving place, mercy can be the key to liberate the best in the self, the innate goodness of the human spirit. Because mercy does not judge, it understands. And the most basic understanding that unlocks mercy is that I am a spiritual being, the child of a very benevolent spiritual being, the Supreme Soul. My spiritual DNA is innately good, benevolent. This main understanding is so forgiving. It can transcend any mistake, any hurts, any frustrations, any confusion. I go deep inside to a very sacred, timeless place that is deep within each of us. It is far from the noise of the outer world, the noise that can come into my inner world, thoughts about roles, responsibilities, all the tasks I have to perform under the pressure of time. All this noise of the outer world fades into the background, and just this beautiful, quiet, simple, still space remains. The timeless space where eternal memories reside deep within the self. This is where I can have an authentic experience of the self, a spiritual experience of the self, that I am a soul, and my true nature as a soul is not dependent on the body, the features of the body, or the different relationships, or the skills I've acquired. The spiritual nature, my true nature, my eternal nature is very pure, very benevolent, very kind, very open-hearted, very sweet, free of any ego or insecurity or doubt or fear. My true nature is very free, unfettered by all that is limited. I dive deep into that feeling of who I truly am, my true nature. And it creates such a feeling of well-being, being at peace with myself. It even feels like it moves me a little closer to God, my true parent, the one I sometimes feel I am so distant from, the one who is always an ocean of mercy, always seeing the deepest part of me that is precious and divine. This experience, this understanding of myself forgives all the effects of time, everything temporary, all the details. It enlarges my heart. I have a far more compassionate eye for the self. And with that compassionate eye for the self, there naturally is a vision of mercy and compassion for everyone and everything around me. The largeness of my own heart can hold challenges, adversities, even seeming injustices, without any fears of judgment, but just with feelings to uplift, to heal, to empower, because that is my true nature. And fortunately, this true nature is what the world needs at this time. I have within me the very qualities the world needs at this time. Such depth of forgiveness, of compassion, of patience, of maturity. All the ingredients that make up mercy, a deep, deep love that I can express towards myself just by remembering I am a soul, intrinsically good, and I can express towards others by seeing deep within them. They too are souls, intrinsically good, children of the one Father. All we all suffer from is forgetting. Mercy remembers, not the past, but the truth. Om Shanti.